Hey everybody, Anish here, career coach to the fiercely ambitious. Back at you today with a video on a topic that I believe really needs to get looked at much more and really is not getting the attention that it deserves because it's critical to your success in your career and your job search. What am I talking about? Your support network, all right? Is it actually helping you or is it actually keeping you away from your goals and stalling you out? And this is not a topic that everyone's going to agree with me on. I'll tell you this right now. I know that there's a lot of people out there who say, listen, above all, when you're trying to improve your career, you're trying to improve where you're going, you're trying to land a better job, you're trying to make that pivot, you need help, you need support. You need people who are kind of in the same boat as you, and you need to be supported by them. To which I will say, maybe. I have seen far too many people in my time as a career coach be dragged down by their groups, by their fun little job seeker networking groups, then they've been lifted up. And my personal opinion is, if your support network is not helping you, jettison them. Get rid of them. You can do this alone. You can do this on your own steam. And oftentimes, you can get there further that way. Let me give you an example, okay? When I was 17, 18, I had a great friend, a really good friend, all right? Let's call him Jim, all right? And Jim and I, we got along like gangbusters. We were unbelievably simpatico, And as we went through our time, theater school, making our way as actors at that time, no matter what happened, no matter what positive thing happened in my life or his life, right? Our dynamic was poo-pooing it, Our dynamic was, don't get too big, for your britches, right? Our dynamic was, and largely through this other friend, it was, this box here, this narrow box that we exist in, that's it, okay? And anytime you try to do something crazy, anytime you try to break out of that, anytime you try to redefine who you are, that's a threat to the friendship, right? So you got to keep all of that away. In other words, there's no progress really being made, right? None, right? And this dynamic ended up being incredibly limiting. And to tell you the truth, the reason I'm here, one of the big reasons is way back then, I had to make a hard decision to say, you know what? It's better that I don't have this friend in my life. And at that time, it was very difficult for me to do because I was completely alone, did not have a girlfriend, any relationships, nothing. All I had was a good friendship, and I had to let that go. And wouldn't you know, that year after cutting ties was the most successful year I'd ever had because I was unleashed, right? I was unleashed from judgment, unleashed from the limitations of this person, right? I could just run with it, And as scary as it was the necessary choice. So I want to lead you through a series of questions, okay? A checklist, if you will, that is going to allow you to appropriately vet the worth of your support network right now and make that final decision. Is this helping me? Or is this hurting me? If it's helping me, go all in. Keep doing it. Build on that. Support that. Be a great member of that. If it's hurting you, get the heck out of there as soon as possible. Because look, this is your career and you have a finite amount of time. All right. Question number 1. All right. And I want you to really ask yourself this, okay? The people that are helping you here. Does your support network, okay, does it generate momentum or does it make the lack of momentum more tolerable? Right? So, is being with these people, after you hang out with them, is it firing you up to take actions? Is it getting you excited about what to do? Or is it a case of, I failed, but you know what? We're all failing together. You know what I mean? So don't feel so bad about it. Go have a drink, right? Which one is it? Where does it lie? You know what I mean? It's a very black and white question here, okay? Here's the second one. Does your group foster creative solutions? Or does it simply double down on the same old? Guys, there are many ways to land a new opportunity that go far beyond wasting your life submitting to job postings. And I think you know that. Anyone who's been there knows. How is it possible that less than 20% of all opportunities make it to a job posting, right? Where are the 80% coming from? Through other means, right? So is your group actually exploring that? Is it actually saying, how can we build relationships? How can we demonstrate value in a different way, right? How can we move to an offer in a different way? Or is it simply the same old, check the job boards, blast the job boards, grind, right? If it's not giving you any new information, why are you there? Here's the third one. Does it keep things positive or tacitly make things more negative? And boy, oh boy, this one for me is a deal breaker if it's a no, okay? Just that alone. Forget about the other questions. It is absolutely important. It is critical when you are trying to advance your career that you surround yourself with a group with people who are uplifting you, who are celebrating who you are, who are making you feel better and more excited about it. Because out there's no shortage of negative reinforcers. There's no shortage of signals you can take that would make you feel lesser than, unsuccessful, all of that. You don't need more of that, okay? It is poison. So the question I have for you, fundamentally, this is a moment of truth. Is it arcing towards the positive, or is it excusing and tacitly supporting the negative? If it is the negative, get out of it. Here's the next one, okay? Does it challenge you to reach higher or judge you for it? Right? This is what I was talking about with my friend Jim. Right? Are you with a group that judges you for taking a risk, for trying to land a role that's significantly higher than what you were what you've been doing? Or does it judge you? Does it come down on you? Does it actually serve like some kind of an authority figure? Being negative. If that's the case, get rid of it. Right? Here's another one. So critical. Is it filled with people who are more successful than you? Right? Or is it a case of too many of the similar people? Right? If I'm a marketing director, I don't need to surround myself with more directors and marketing professionals. That's not helpful to me, right? That's a coffee clash. That's not actually helping me further up. The truth is, if I have to look around this group and I have to stretch my mind to see who's more successful than me, I'm in the wrong group. I got to be around people who are higher. I got to be around people who have done things that I really admire and that I'm really crazy about. Otherwise, I got nothing to strive for. One of the only reasons I believe that I got out of my working class kind of upbringing in Montreal, was able to reinvent myself, etc., is that I was surrounding myself with people who were way more successful than me. And looking around at how they lived their lives, how they were building their relationships, how they were with their families, it inspired me. I wanted that. It was absolutely aspirational in every single way, shape, and form. I'm not going to feel that with people who are stuck in the same boat exactly the way that I am, right? So here's my last 2 points, okay? Does it help you stay accountable for progress, or is failure to take action instantly excused and forgotten, right? If you are part of a group that is trying to do something here, right? And you do not have other people who care enough about you to say, hey, did you end up, contacting that person? How was that interview? What were you happy with? What were you not? What are you going to do differently? How are you going to tackle this next week, right? How are you going to tackle this next month? If you don't have that basic accountability, right, for the actions that are there and people who actually care, guess what? They don't have your best interest at heart. They don't, right? They just want to make themselves feel better. So if you don't have that accountability, there's no point, in my opinion, to have a group like that. There's no point in having a support network because it's not really supporting you. Here's my last point. Simple. Okay? Does it make you feel good? Does it make you feel better? Does it make you feel more whole and stronger? If it doesn't, jettison them, okay? I promise you, okay? There's an old Hemingway quote that is very appropriate here. The space and gap left by a bad thing will fill in by itself. The space left by a good thing can only be replaced by something better. If your group is a bad thing, let them go. And I give you my word, it will fill in, either by yourself or through others, quick and fast, okay? So guys, I hope that has been helpful to you. I hope you use this checklist in evaluating and vetting the worth of your support network. Keep hustling, keep striving. As we look to this new year, keep moving forward. And I'm wishing each and every one of you all the best, all the happiness. Keep the questions coming as well. The next step, if you are enjoying this and you want to go deeper into my world, helloanish.com, HELLOANISH.com. I've got more trainings that, again, are showing you a point of view and a way of doing things that you will not get anywhere else. See you guys next.